You're an entrepreneur or small business owner, right? Are you utilizing Facebook ads or Instagram ads? If not, it's probably because you just don't know how to produce the content. At earlhallstudio.com, we can create an audio commercial as well as video commercials for you to really get attention to your business and make more money. Audio commercials for radio and audio platforms start at just $99. Or you can go all in with a great commercial for your business to be aired online or even on TV, starting at just $197. Get more information at earlhallstudio.com. Welcome into the show, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in to Align with Your Purpose. I'm your host, Earl Hall. Got an outstanding show for you on today. We're going to be talking today about how to create your personal brand. This is a topic that so many people are really confused about in a lot of ways. You know, what is your personal brand? Well, let me tell you some of the things that it actually is not. Your personal brand is not your logo. Your personal brand is not your website, even though all of these things are included in that. But what your personal brand is you. Your personal brand is what literally makes you unique from everyone else on the planet. It is the thing that is the defining things about you, and it is the reason that people will want to do business with you and only you. So when it comes down to making a personal brand, let's get into some of the things that are actually required for this. What have you done? This is the biggest part of your personal brand. What are the things that you've actually been able to accomplish? What are the things that you are provable that you are an expert at? You know, a lot of people want to do things like whether it's coaching, whether you're a life coach, a business coach, or whatever it is. And if you have not proven yourself by actually doing those things that you're trying now to teach others how to do, it's going to destroy your personal brand. I've seen so many people try and do things, whether it be on social media, YouTube, Facebook, things like that, say, hey, I can teach you how to make $1 million, but they've never made $1 million. They're just trying to make $1 million by telling you that they can show you how to make $1 million. It's one of the things that is so vitally important. It's that you are able to show that you can actually do these things that you're espousing, that you're going to teach others how to do. Even if you have a product, you know, and you're making claims about this product, you want to make sure that that product actually does what you have said that product is going to do, because this comes down to your personal brand. The biggest thing that your personal brand is your reputation in the marketplace. You only have one shot, really, to get this right. Because if you are telling people that they can do certain things that you have not done yet, people are going to find you out. It's one of the reasons why I've been able to build a personal brand, and particularly in the voiceover community, because I've proven myself over the years in many different ways. And so let me tell you how I've been able to prove myself. So this may help you see how you can prove yourself. One of the major things that I did on the outset is in developing my personal brand, I allowed people to go with me on my journey. I started making YouTube videos and producing content before I had made it. And what that did is it allowed people to see my process. It also allowed people to see that my process would work because they saw me go from where I was to where I am now. And it was a visual journey. You know, people saw me in a recording space that I had set up at home, and now they see me in a full-blown audio production studio. They've shared my journey. When I started out, I didn't talk about all the things that, you know, how should I say this? I didn't tell people, if you do this, you're going to succeed. I just simply allowed people to follow me on my journey. It's what Gary Vaynerchuk talks about, document over create. When you document your journey, people get to develop a know, like, and trust factor in you because they're seeing you actually do the work. And in so many ways, they're rooting for you because they want to see you win. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they are first starting out is they want to act like they've already made it. That's a mistake. It's a huge mistake because what you can do by doing, if you do that, people are going to see it, you're going to get called out, and you're going to lose. But when you come from a perspective of, hey, I haven't made it yet, but look, I want you to watch me on my journey because I believe I can make it, and then you allow them to watch you, you've got some raving fans in your corner. You've got some dedicated folks in your tribe that not only want to see you win, but now they want to know how you can teach them how they can win. Talking about even if you have like a product, and we all have seen the commercials on television with, from the drug companies. It's so funny how little we pay attention. We make fun of it sometimes now because, they have all these great images and visuals and people happy taking these drugs. And then they go down the list of things of all the side effects that can happen up into including death. You've seen those commercials, right? But it's funny how those things work. You cannot do that. You have to be the person that is over and above the truth factor of all of your competition, because all of your competition, all they want is a payday. What you want and what you ought to do is always look at what it's going to do for the end customer, more so than what it's going to do for your bank account. When you put your customer or your potential customers or clients' needs above yours, you will win. When you are completely transparent and honest, you will win. You cannot tell people how to have a great life and yours sucks. You cannot tell people how to have a great business and yours is not growing. Because in this world that we live in social media and content being king, your content is going to in some way, shape, or form prove either you know what you're talking about or you don't. Your personal brand sincerely and truly comes down to your credibility. That's what it's about. I'm going to take a short break here, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk about a few other concepts in regards to your personal brand. And believe me, you are the brand. You are the brand. We'll be right back after this break. Get the book Align with Your Purpose by Earl Hall. Find and walk in your purpose. Get the answers to your questions about life and how to make it exactly what you want are in this book. This is your chance to stop living in a life you hate. Discover how to manifest the life you actually want. Get Align with Your Purpose now on Amazon, paperback, Kindle, or audiobook. You're an entrepreneur or small business owner, right? Are you utilizing Facebook ads or Instagram ads? If not, it's probably because you just don't know how to produce the content. At earlhallstudio.com, we can create an audio commercial as well as video commercials for you to really get attention to your business and make more money. Audio commercials for radio and audio platforms start at just $99. Or you can go all in with a great commercial for your business to be aired online or even on TV, starting at just $197. Get more information at earlhallstudio.com. Hey folks, thanks so much for keeping it locked right here on Align with Your Purpose. I'm your host, Earl Hall. Look, I want to make sure that you do check out the website, www.alignwithyourpurpose.co. We've got some great things going on for you over there, so I want to make sure that you take full advantage of it. I'm coming to you with this show Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 Central, 7:30 a.m. on the West Coast. You can follow me by just going to the website, alignwithyourpurpose.co. Click on the link that says live broadcast and podcast. There, you can follow me on any podcast platform that you like. So I want to make sure that you do that. And I definitely appreciate the folks that like, share, and comment on the podcast, because that truly lets me know that you're a raving fan, right? So also, if you're going to follow me on a podcast, go ahead on this one that you're listening to right now. Tell me in the comments, what is your biggest challenge you're facing right now with creating your own personal brand? Today, obviously, we're talking about how to create your personal brand. In the first segment, we talked about what have you done, and also knowing that you are the brand. One of the things that you can do to kind of figure out your personal brand, and so many people, instead of discovering themselves, they try and copy someone else. They try and copy someone else's style. They try and copy someone else's flow, how they do certain things. Let me tell you how to really narrow in and focus in on what your style or your personal brand is. One of the best things that you can do is you can go to some close friends, or even if you're developing a tribe already, say you have a Facebook group or a Facebook page, something like that. This is what you do. Ask your friends to list 3 adjectives that describe you. Just ask them to just pick 3 adjectives to describe the type of personality that you are. And when you look and see a consistency that people are saying the same certain things about you, you know that this is a part of your brand, because this is authentically who you are. And that is one of the main things that you've got to be cognizant of. You've got to be authentically you. There are a bunch of people out here that provide the same products and services that you do. They do the exact same type of thing, but no one is you. You are uniquely you, and no one else will ever beat you at being you. This is why these 3 adjectives can be so important, because they describe from others get the ability or have the ability to describe you in a way that maybe you cannot even see yourself. They may throw out adjectives that you didn't even know this is what you were projecting. And so now you know, hey, this is what I really need to be about in the way that I produce the content that I produce about my product and services. This is the way that you stand out. This is the way that you know that you are literally creating your personal brand, because your personal brand, personal is the first word in it, right? It's authentically you. No one is ever going to beat you being you, ever. Look, I hope that this has been impactful for you, this show today on how to create your personal brand. I would love your comments in the description on the podcast. You can follow me on iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, Anchor, so many different places. Make sure you do visit the website, alignwithyourpurpose.co. Click on the link at the top that says live broadcast and podcast, and subscribe to any of the podcast platforms that you want to follow. And I want to know your thoughts about this show, and definitely want to know where you're struggling right now, not only just in creating your personal brand, but what are you struggling with in particular about your business development? Look, thanks so much for tuning in and listening today. I hope that you guys have an awesome and amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.